Have you ever wondered how fast you could run with an Olympic coach writing your training plan?
We're a mile and a half in, and I feel terrible.
I have, and I'm going to test it out with a real Olympic coach, my dad. I'm Luke Warhurst. I'm the guy behind the camera putting out all of the Very Nice Track Club content over the past few years. I am a racer, but not the running type.
Luke Warhurst behind the wheel, the number 12. He will get to make a trip to victory lane.
And like many of you, I'm far from a professional runner, but I want to test myself and see how fast I can run a mile if I put my mind to it and train. Breaking 5 minutes for the mile is on my bucket list, and I have the perfect place to do it, the Waikiki Mile in Honolulu, Hawaii. The only problem is it's 1 month away, and I haven't run consistently in over a year. So I'm getting my Olympic coach dad, Ron Warhurst, to help me try and break 5 with 1 month's notice, or at least see how close I can get. Through the next 5 weeks, I'll make weekly videos so you can follow along and apply some of the Warhurst coaching wisdom to your own running journey, no matter what the distance and time you're shooting for. For this first video, Dad and I sit down and preview his plan for me, and then I begin the journey. It'll all come to a head December 13th in Honolulu, where I will live stream my attempt on my Instagram page, Luke Warhurst 12, and post the final video to my YouTube channel, Luke Warhurst. So go follow, subscribe, and enjoy the next few weeks as we capture my journey right here on VNTC's YouTube channel. All right, let's get to it. My name is Luke Warhurst. This is my dad, Coach Ron. So I'm about 2 days into training. I've been day on, day off. First day was okay on the treadmill. Second day was a struggle, and I think I might be in trouble.
We're a mile and a half in, and I feel terrible. It is a beautiful day though, in the neighborhood. I'm not built for this. You see my hairline, it's all going bad. So, as of right now, do I think I'm gonna break 5 minutes or get even close? No shot. But, you see how much I'm struggling. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully a coach can coach me up. This is day 2. Wish me luck.
Day 2 is done. That was rough. So 2 miles at 8:13 pace. We'll see what tomorrow brings or what coach has got me doing. I don't even know.
Yes, he's going to be in trouble. So he's basically starting from scratch at approximately a 7.5, 8 minute mile.
How are you gonna make me fast?
We got 5 weeks. We're going to run every other day until till the third week. For you to start with trying to overdo it, it's not going to happen. The plan is to go like every other day. If after 2 weeks your legs don't hurt anymore, then we'll start doing a little bit more running. But there's no point in trying to train hard when your legs are sore. That's not the point of training. The point of training is having a progression, so you can add a little bit more, a little faster, a little faster. 5 weeks is, plenty of time to try and get you from 7.5 minutes to close to 5 minutes as possible. I think you're gonna find after 3 or 4 workouts, your legs aren't gonna hurt, and we can get more aggressive. But up until that point, there's no point in doubling you up and making you sore more and more, because all it's going to do is negate another week of training, slowing it down. We want to get to the second or third week so you can have a progression. If you're sore and aching, you're not going to get a progression. It defeats the purpose of training.
You're just like detraining.
See, what you're doing here is you found out already after the first workout and the second workout, your legs are aching and sore. So what's the point of keep going? Let's get to the point, maybe next week after 2 more workouts, your legs won't hurt, then we can progress more. It's all based on how you're feeling and the progression you're going through. It's not magic to say, okay, and there's no specific formula to say, okay, you haven't done anything in 3 months, so today you're doing this, the next day you're doing that, this. It all depends on how you're feeling and how you respond to what we're trying to do. That's the safest way to keep you from getting hurt.
Would you think I have any chance of doing this? Be honest with me. Come on.
No. Yes, I do. I know what you can do.
To summarize, our plan for right now is every other day. At what point, how many weeks in, how many runs in do I do a workout? Besides just feeling it out.
You're going to run today. Today's Saturday, you're going to go 2 miles. You're off tomorrow. Next Monday, we'll go probably 3 miles. Wednesday, 3 miles. Friday, Saturday, you're going to double up. We'll probably do some hills on Friday and a longer run on Saturday. Past that, I don't want to go any farther than that. You've got to wait and see how this is going to feel.
I'd say it feels good. When do I start to
2, 3.
really hit it?
Starting the third week. The first 4 or 5 workouts got to be get your legs in shape, or else what's the point of trying to sprint when you can't sprint? You want to have some success with your fitness, so you can start doing some quicker stuff. We can run 150s and 200s, but if your legs are going to get worse, sore, you're defeating the purpose of training. It's got to be fun to do.
It's not.
Well, it should be fun. I'm going to make it fun. It's a toothache, not a bee sting. We'll get to the bee stings in 2 weeks.
Okay. Away from the runs, what do I have to do to make this work?
You got to sleep more. You got to have a routine down for at least 4 or 5 weeks, and then everything should be fine.
So sleep, very important, just have being on a routine. Food?
Your diet's okay. You got to eat protein once a day at least, vegetables once a day. You need some carbohydrates. You need lots of fluid.
What'd you say? Carbohydrates?
Carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates, not carbohydrates.
Well, it's carbo loading, they call it. So.
Carbo loading.
Yes. I think that's the good food diet. You like to drink chocolate milk. That's a good recovery drink. Got to keep yourself hydrated during the day, not just an hour before you run. You take a big glass of water.
I think one of my some issues I have, some barriers I have, is I don't have AirPods. I need to get some earbuds so I can listen to music or podcast or something.
No.
Running is very boring for me. Like,
think of something when you think about car racing.
Well, I would
make
think
yourself at Bristol the last 2 laps.
I'd think about car racing if I was listening to a podcast about it.
That's up to you.
I'll take care of that. We'll film some workouts.
You're testing my ability as a really good coach, on this one.
Yeah. Talent. You've had Willis, Hobbs, you've had Mason, you've had so many Olympians. Where would you put me on that totem pole? Second or third, or?
From the bottom.
Okay.
From the bottom, of course.
Okay, good. I want to make sure.
You know where you stand.
Yeah, hopefully it's fun. I don't know. I'd be surprised if anybody watches this or cares, but it'll be fun to look back on. Maybe it can help someone out. Give them a little motivation. Ask us some questions, some Q&A, training, very nice track club, his memories. Any questions that you got, leave them in the comments. We'll sift through them, and we'll try and answer them as I'm running and going through this to make it a little more interesting.
We can incorporate question and answers, like Luke just said, to maybe help or motivate some people that are kind of on the fringe and don't know if they should try it or not.
The first couple days, the first week, going from not running to starting to run a little bit, is like the worst. Getting back into shape, even if you're an Olympian.
Well, you start from zero. You start the first week for those guys, and for you it might be 2 weeks. You get over the aches and pains. If you haven't done any lifting or playing any sports or any basketball in your off season, and you haven't done anything for 4 to 6 months or 4 or 5 years, I don't know, the first part of it's going to be uncomfortable. And so don't get discouraged when it's uncomfortable. But after you get through the first 4 or 5 sessions, or a week, 3 or 4 weeks, or 4 or 5 sessions, depending on how far you're going to go, it starts to be, your muscles start getting a little toned. They get a little used to the stress on your legs.
That's all I got. Thanks. We'll see how good a coach you are. And we'll put training plans as we go.
Well, either how good a coach I am or how poor of an athlete you are.
All right, I just finished day 3. I went a little farther this time. I ran 2.2 miles at 8:10 pace. 2 days ago was 2 at 8:15, and I felt a lot better. It was cooler, but just stacking days, there's definitely a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. I do need to learn how to pace myself. Once I get bored and tired, which is about a mile in, I just run as hard as I can to try and get to the end. So we'll have to work on that. Yeah, now I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my weekend and not think about that and go stretch and roll out. All right, day 3, I've got my first little workout, I guess. Here with my buddy Owen, Michigan cross country legend. So we're gonna go for a little 2-mile run, and then we've got 4 400s at 85 to 90 second pace, which is kind of picking it up for me. I'm pretty nauseous thinking about that. We'll see how it goes, and legs feeling pretty good. See what happens. All right, we just ran 2 miles, a little slower, but working on pacing. It was good running with somebody. If you want to run longer, make it a little easier, run with somebody. And now we're gonna run a couple laps. This is my 4th day running. What was the idea behind this one?
Well, if your legs didn't hurt, you got to start doing some up-tempo stuff. You had no background at all, so you can't just go mileage and then start running and think you're going to run the faster mile. You got to do some up-tempo.
All right, well, that's our first week of our training journey.
I think we're right on pace for a good one.
All right, well, we'll come out with another update next week. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed this or found something helpful or something.
I've had some people asking me about this.
Okay.